today.
The Milwaukee Bucks, they needed a win. They were riding a 4-game losing streak. Well, they got that win in historic fashion last night, setting a franchise record for shooting, and they were led by Giannis Antetokounmpo. By the way, Mike...
In his bag.
Yeah, he been having a little bag lately.
Well, the Milwaukee Bucks, they had a 22 run in the third quarter.
Been a light little bag.
There you go.
Little Budweiser bag, you know.
37 points, 11 assists for Giannis here. A little later, the Suns down. Booker gets the little jumper. He had 39 points in this one. The Bucks up 7 here.
Great play.
Brook Lopez dunks it. The Bucks get the win, 133-123. A nice moment there between Mike Budenholzer and Giannis. But we said historic, this is why. The Bucks, they shot a scorching 68.9% from the floor in this one. The best in a game in the Milwaukee Bucks' 57 years as a franchise in the NBA, and the worst allowed by the Suns in their franchise's history. So with the Suns slipping in the standings, Kevin Durant still sidelined, there's a bigger question looming here. Could Phoenix actually move on from Durant this summer? It's a good thing Shams Charania is here with us. Shams, what are you hearing about KD's future and how it could tie into the playoff picture here?
Malika, Matt Ishbia, the Suns owner, has shown already in his ownership that he's aggressive. He's willing to make moves. He's going to make a million swings as Suns owner. But this iteration of Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, Devin Booker just has not worked. And so roster-wise, the changes that are likely coming to Phoenix likely start with Kevin Durant. And who out there in the NBA believes they're a Kevin Durant away? I think the playoffs are going to play a big factor in which team gets eliminated early, which team might feel like if they bring in KD, they could be a step away. And unlike the NBA trade deadline, the Suns and Kevin Durant will be working together, from my understanding, on any potential trade this summer. He has 1 year left on his deal. That's going to play a big factor. But Malika, one thing to keep in mind, back at the NBA trade deadline in February, Minnesota, Miami, New York, San Antonio, and Houston were among the teams. I'm told there was mutual interest between Durant and those teams. I expect those teams and potentially others to be back in the fray this summer.
5 suitors here potentially for Kevin Durant. Of course, this is still a chapter that's being written, his final one in Phoenix. We will certainly be keeping an eye on this. Shams, thank you so much for stopping by NBA Today. And happy belated birthday, my friend.
Thank you.
So we heard a whole lot of interesting stuff there, but with games coming up at the Celtics, the Knicks, the Suns have just a 19% chance to reach the play-in and a 2% chance to make the playoffs. All of this according to ESPN analytics. Phoenix trails Sacramento by a game and a half for that final play-in spot. And Perk, we just heard Shams say a lot of this does depend on how everything shakes out over the next couple of months. He's not gone yet, but of the teams that we just heard, is there one that you like the fit most for KD?
You damn right. Bun B, Trader Truth, Snip Thug, All Wall. Hey, y'all get ready. H-Town.
Okay.
H-Town. They have the most attractive pieces, right? When you think about the young core that they have Jalen Green, they have a Tari Eason, they have a Jabari Smith, right? And you can package up those guys and get a Kevin Durant in there to pair alongside Alfred Şengün, Dylan Brooks, Fred VanVleet. Now you have that closer, because what's going to happen this postseason is that the Rockets, and it's not a slight to them, it's because of their youth, they're going to get exposed this postseason for not having that guy to take them home. Yeah. Kevin Durant comes in and he becomes that guy. And we know he has a special relationship with Ime Udoka. He has the respect for Ime Udoka. I'm looking at that relationship. It's a perfect match.
I like where you're at in Texas. I'm gonna say San Antonio. I think who wouldn't want to play alongside Victor Wembanyama, right? He's a great young player, up and coming. De'Aaron Fox, who pushes the pace. And this is a long time coming. I don't know if you guys know this, but almost 10 years ago, 9 years ago at this point, they tried to get Kevin Durant before he went to Golden State. And I was one of those players that they said they would have to trade. You know, I got the call from Pop, and I said, I understand.
Yeah, that's what
make this call. I understand. So this is a long time coming for him. This is a place close to UT where he went to college. I think this will be a great fit if he gets to play alongside De'Aaron Fox and Victor Wembanyama.
He's got 8 in the first half. He's unreal. He's got 12 threes. 52 tonight. Greatest shooter that's ever lived. What a game.
Everything is going to be a 50 night. Just trying to win a big game and embracing the moment.
A 50-piece from Steph Curry. That is today's electric moment, brought to you by Hyundai. Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors on the road facing Memphis. You know what they say, Perk? Revenge, it's best served cold. and with a 50-piece.
That's what they say.
That's what we're saying here. Because Curry and the Warriors, they struggled the last time they took on Memphis. Steph would shoot 0 for 6 from beyond the arc. The Warriors lost by 51, the worst loss of the season for Golden State. That would not happen again, Kendrick.
And he remembered that. He remembered that. Steph had this game circled. He wanted to go back in that arena and put on a legendary performance. Damn it, he did just that.
It's the 37th time in his career he's made 5 or more three-pointers in a single quarter, the most in the play-by-play era. To the second we go, and he didn't stop, Danny.
Yeah, I don't know why he's open. Yeah.
It's like, what you do, face guard him when he cross half court?
He might go triangle too, the Davidson days.
25, 5, and 5.5 for the second time in his career. Third quarter.
I love that action right there.
Oh, yeah, this is great.
That guard to guard pick and roll, then quick dribble handoff.
He's moving at all times.
Here's Steph Curry on moving up the all-time scoring list.
You passed Jerry West tonight, all-time scoring list. What's that mean?
I got a little emotional about that, especially obviously, in his memory and what he meant to our organization, to the league, to the world of basketball, to our organization when he worked here, and my relationship with Johnny. And I got to talk to him after the game just to share a moment on what it meant for me, my family, the entire West family. So that is special. Just understand what his career was, and that's the logo. So very special. I'll keep that ball and put it in a good place.
How awesome is that? Steph is now top 25 all-time. He passes the great Jerry West and now has 25,205 career points. Next on the list, Reggie Miller, just 74 points away. He reached this milestone against the Grizzlies, and Steph became just the second player ever to have a 50-10 game against the Grizzlies. Kobe Bryant, the only other player to do it. It was back in 2008 in his MVP season. And Steph scored 50 points for the 15th time in his career, passing LeBron James and Rick Barry to move into a tie for 6th most 50-point games in NBA history. So when the chef is flambeing, let's take a look at the creme brulee, the cream of the crop, the top of the top, running back the best Curry flurries of his 16-year career. Number 5, just a few months ago in Orlando. All of these are on the road, by the way. Steph Curry, in just under 17 minutes, Perk dropped 35 in the second half in a win.
The joy of bringing him a bona fide second option. Jimmy just gave that man CPR, which is dangerous for the rest of the league.
Number 4, this was in 2016 on ESPN against John Wall, Bradley Beal, and the Wizards. 36 points in the first half for the chef. Listen to this shooting line, Danny. 13 of 14 from the field, 8 of 9 from 3, and the Dubs get the win.
Ooh, that's efficient, especially on the road. He must love quiet in the crowd out there.
Ooh, happy Halloween 2015 in New York.
Chào mừng các bạn đã đến với kênh YouTube của mình. Lại là mình đây. Video ngày hôm nay mình sẽ tiếp tục đi tô màu để cho các bạn cùng xem. Và ngày hôm nay mình sẽ tô màu những sản phẩm, đó là những con vật, đó là những đồ vật, hoa quả, vân vân. Để làm được video tô màu thì mình sẽ chuẩn bị những dụng cụ, đó là đầu tiên là điện thoại.